Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. It is Monday, May 20th, and we are going to be reviewing science. That's right. We're going to do science today. Several of you had asked me if I could go over the science lesson for this week and review the expectations. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I was going to try Screencastify. I thought, how cool would it be for me to just to be able to highlight, and we can go back, we can fill in the diagrams. Awesome, right? Yeah, so it was spinning, and then it was spinning, and I went to get lunch, and then it was spinning some more. So I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna do the paper pencil one this week. So yes, we are continuing with Unit 3 and the human body. So this week we have two definitions: organ system, homeostasis, and then we also have three graphic organizers to fill in. Now, did anything sound familiar when I told you about the two vocabulary words that we're going to be doing this week? Yeah, we did organ systems last week too. So this is so cool because we're just building on last week's lesson, just like we do all the time. We just constantly build, and you have the same definition. So if you saved your definition of organ system from last week, go ahead, just copy it again, take a screenshot, send it to me. That's okay. But we're going to do this today, in case you didn't. Okay? First thing you want to do, on your Launchpad, get on your Launchpad, go into focus, click the green I'm present button, get back on your Launchpad, and look for the McGraw-Hill Connect Ed. You see that? Connect Ed, Connect Ed. Ah, they're funny, aren't they? You're going to click on that. Then you're going to see your Florida Science Course 1 pop up. Look, Student Edition. Yeah, look, I have the Teacher Edition. And if you're lucky enough to have the Teacher Edition, you are more than welcome to click on it. And you, just like me, will be highly disappointed when you find out that there are no answers in the Teacher Edition. Yeah. So anyway, once you click on the Florida Science Course 1 Student Edition, this will pop up. And you're going to go to the ebook. Once you click on the ebook, you're going to go to the top, and it'll be the contents right there. It'll have those three bars on the top left. You're going to click on those contents, and you're going to go to Unit 3. Once you get to Unit 3, you're going to go to the top right, and in the search, you're going to put 528. And then it should say the body's organization, and you're going to click on that. That will take you right to page 528. This week, our assignment is to read page 525 to 531, and you will notice 525, 526, 527 is a lot of review. It prompts you to do a lot of questions that it's just making you, it's like triggering your memory from last week. And it's like a trigger to just like go, oh yeah, that's right. I remember this from last week. I remember this. Oh, that's right. We already did organ system. Oh, that's right. So it's going to be a nice little memory. And don't worry about any of the questions on that one. Read through it. And I thought about reading the text with you. I thought, hey, it might be kind of fun to go through and read this text. But most of you have already read the text, you have told me, so I'm just going to highlight on the expectations and the assignments for this week. If you decide that you would like to read the text with me, I would love it. You can call me, email me, text me, we'll set up a time, and I can read a paragraph, you can read a paragraph, I can read a page, you can read a page, you can read the whole thing. Yeah, I love it when you do that. So that would be great too. So I am thinking now that you have already read those pages, okay? So you're going to notice that the two definitions we have to do this week, organ system, homeostasis, yeah, they're both on page 528. So when you go to page 528, this is where you're going to look, right here. And you're going to see right inside there in the second paragraph, it talks about a group of organs that work together and perform a specific task. Does that sound familiar? Because that was your definition last week. And guess what? It's your definition again this week. Whoop, whoop. Organ system. And then if you just continue reading down here, you're going to see that a steady internal conditions when external conditions change is homeostasis. Wow. There's your two definitions right there. So as soon as you finish reading that, you can get your paper. Please put your name on there, the date. Today is Monday, May 20th, 2020. Oh no, it's April 20th. Did I say May 20th? No, not yet. Soon. All right, your name, April 20th. I hope I didn't say May 20th at the beginning. I definitely don't want to delete and record this all over again. I've done that like 3 times. The date, April 20th, and we're doing science. So now you see, I have my definition, organ system and homeostasis. Because it was right there in the text, I am not going to just take this as my definition. These are definitely right there from the text. So I'm going to make sure I use quotation marks. If you want to put in a complete sentence, you can put in a complete sentence. If you want to use your own words, you can use your own words. But as far as these definitions go, you are able to take the definition right out of the book and use those definitions. Now comes to our graphic organizer. Just like, how long was that? That didn't take us but maybe 5 minutes to do, right? Okay, now we're going to go to our graphic organizer. This one, it asks us, it says, a group of cells that function together. We talked about cells functioning together last week. Do you remember? Yeah, so we're gonna have to go back in your text, in your ebook, and under the search, you're gonna put page 512. So just like we did the search 528, you're gonna do the search 512. All right, after we search 512, it's going to bring up tissues. Oh my goodness. So listen to this as I read this for you. All right, this is our graphic organizer that we need to fill out. Do you see that right there? And it says group of cells that function together form tissues. So what do you think is going to go up here? Oh yeah, tissues. That's on page 512. Let me show you. Recognize that? It's pretty cool, right? So look at our graphic organizer. It has, if we put in tissues right there, there's a little arrow and it tells us to write tissues down below as well because we're just going to continue. So we have tissues and tissues. And then on page 513, if we keep reading, it talks about groups of tissues. And groups of tissues that function together, what do they form? Do you see that there? Oh yeah, you're right. They form organs. That's on page 513. So if you look on 512, you're going to find what a group of cells is called. And then if you look on page 513, you're going to see what a group of tissues is called. That's an organ. Okay? But now we have to keep going. And you're going to notice it tells you again. Okay, bring that down. So now we have a group of organs. Well, we just read that, didn't we? We just read that over here. What is the group of organs called again? You're right. It's the organ system. That's exactly right. So a group of organs that function together are called an organ system. And that's what you're going to write right up here, organ system. Now you will notice that here there's no more arrows. So then it says organ systems blank and maintain blank. Let's go back to this. Wow, what do you think it is? Where do you see it? Oh, yep, you're right. It's right there. Organ systems work together and maintain, what do you think they maintain? Yep, homeostasis. Yeah, you got it. And that's it. That's the first graphic organizer. So now we're going to do graphic organizer number 3. And this one's about the digestive system, and I like it because I like to eat. So here we go, and a lot apparently during this time. So, okay, so this is graphic organizer number 3. So let's look at the first thing. It says food enters the body at the blank. Now, I know that all of us know this answer, because how do we eat? We eat through our mouth, right? Oops, dang it. I always give out answers. So we know this one, but we're gonna go ahead and read up here anyway. Do you see where it says that about the mouth? Yep. So the food enters the body through the mouth. That's exactly right. Now it has an arrow going down here, so this is going to be the next one. There are 2 blanks that break down food. 2 blanks that break down food. Let's look at our paragraph up here. What are 2 words that you see that break down food? Yes, chewing and saliva. It's right there. It tells you in the text. Now let's keep on going. Food gets swallowed and travels down the what? The esophagus. And after that, food enters the stomach, where what breaks it down further? Enzymes. So that right there is graphic organizer number 2. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. That was graphic organizer number 3. It was the second graphic organizer that we did, but when you look at the top, it's graphic organizer number 3. See? 3. Okay. So now we finished with that one. We only have one more left. Okay. So now we have, oops, I misspoke. I'm sorry. I lost my page. We're still going to be working. This was on page 530. Now we're going to scoot over to page 531, and that's where we have graphic organizer number 4. And we have to compare how the pancreas and the liver are alike and how they are different. Oh, wow. We're going to tell how they are alike and how they are different. Does this sound familiar? We just did our whole iReady reading lesson on comparing and contrasting literary text and autobiographies and biographies. So, like I mentioned before in the text, we do compare and contrast all the time. World history, math, science. So today, we are going to compare and contrast the pancreas and the liver. Now, if you look here in the reading, it says, if you look at the 4th sentence, it says the liver makes a substance called bile. So what does the liver do? Yeah, it makes a substance called bile. Exactly. So if you want to write on there makes bile, or if you want to write like produces bile, or if you want to copy that sentence and put it down there, you can. Just don't forget to put your quotation marks, because we are taking that straight from the text. Look at the next sentence. Okay, we read that the liver makes a substance called bile. Look at the next sentence. The pancreas makes enzymes. So if the liver makes bile, what does the pancreas make? Enzymes. That's exactly right. And it's right there. Right in our text. Oops, can you see that? On page 530. Now, it says both. So where do you think it's going to go? It says both. Do you think it's going to go under pancreas? Do you think it's going to go under liver? Or do you think it's going to go under both? Let's look at this. It says both. Yeah, you're right. It's going to go under both. Both bile and enzymes are used in the small intestine to break down food even more. So if the pancreas produces enzyme and the bile or the liver produces bile, I'm going to say that both of these, in the both part, they are used in this, they make substances used in the small intestine. That came straight from the text. It says both bile and enzymes are used in the small intestine. That's it. Okay, guys, that was graphic organizer number 4. So 15 minutes. 15 minutes, I did the 2 definitions, I did the 3 graphic organizers, and I talked a lot because, you know, I miss you, all right? So you can get this done in 15 minutes max, probably a little bit less than that. Please make sure you take a screenshot of your graphic organizer, and you can either email it to myself or Miss Petty, send it to me via text, and I will make sure that I grade it, look over it, and we'll get into the grade book for you. So that's it for science for April 20th. Have I been saying May this whole time? Oh my goodness. But it's for April 20th through 24th, 2020. Okay, so I've done our reading lessons for you. We've done our math. I'm hoping you guys are doing really well on those quizzes. If you don't get a grade that you like which is a 70 or above on the first attempt, call me. We'll do the second one together. Please don't rush and just try to get through it because you're like, okay, I know this answer. I got this one wrong. It has to be this. Because I really want to make sure that you're understanding and mastering those skills. So call me if you need me. We've done math. We've done reading. We've done science. The next one is world history. And I am going to try to do it on Screencastify. So I'm hoping that works. Otherwise, it'll be just like this. Okay, guys. As always, I am here for you. So if you need to call me, text me, email me, do so. If I don't get back with you right away, it's probably because I'm either making a video, but I'll actually stop it and take the call and do this later, or I'm on the phone with another person, another student, a parent, or I am in a teacher meeting. So I will get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, please let me know what books you are reading because I'd love to hear what you guys are reading, okay? As always, stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy. We're here for you, okay? Bye, you guys. I'll see you for the next one in social studies. Bye.